we're live. We are, hello. We're live, and I'll be back in just a second because I've just realised the kittens were playing around the camera and they've knocked it. So it's absolutely nowhere near the, there you go, the sewing machine. You'll appreciate this later. You might not appreciate it now. And I'm back. Good morning, how are you? This is just Monday, isn't it? Oh, crikey, that's the old printer having a little moment, a little think about things. Have I turned the volume down? I found my phone. I've managed to point the vet in the right direction of the horse. We're doing well, right? We're here, we're dressed, albeit if I look like I'm about to ask you what your order is. We're all good. We're all good. Oh, yeah, that's me. Gone, not even on the screen. Amazing, because there is a little delay. Right, do we have anyone with us? Yes, we do. We've got Janet and Severin. Good morning. Good, nobody said hello. Well, they haven't come through. I'm all alone. Morning, Christine. There we go. Well, we'll wait for people to come on. Are you well? Did you have a good weekend? Gemma? Good weekend? You know, had better? Yeah. It's okay.
Things are sent to try us.
Do you know what? You know you've had a really bad weekend when coming to work is more relaxing. You go, okay then. It's certainly more fun. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Heidi. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Elizabeth. Julia has 5 puppies so far. Oh, we need photos. We need photos. Morning, Carol. Carol, we have nearly sorted the whole Irish VAT debacle. It's been very complicated. Basically, anybody buying outside of the UK, the government decided to whack another tax on it all. Hooray! And then not make it easy for you to apply. So we don't want you to pay that tax. We want to sort out all of that. But if we send it now, any order. So if you've got any delays and you've bought from outside the UK, this is why we're sitting on your parcels. We don't want you to have to pay the tax. And it's nearly sorted. It's meant lots of liaising with our accountants, Irish accountants, all sort of different things, intermediaries. Like, it's just not been simple. Nobody seems to know what they're doing, which doesn't help. It would be fair to say, if I was allowed to say bugger's muddle, I would, right? If I was allowed to say it. If I were allowed, then that's how I would describe it. So yeah, but we're getting it sorted. We're there. Good morning, Yvonne from Melbourne, Australia. Fabulous. Good morning to you. Good morning to Becky Hook. That's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah, really good name.
Yeah. And Julia's watching, mid-puppy. 5 puppies. My brother's expecting puppies in the next couple of weeks. Very excited for those two. He's getting rid of the kids for a couple of weeks, but the puppies are going to be there. Morning, Heather. Yeah, I know how I'd feel if I was the child. Yeah. We've placed you with puppies. It's all good. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Hayley. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Rona. Good morning, Colette. Good morning, Natasha and crew. Crew, yeah. Well, I mean, then we would need some sort of fabulous uniform, wouldn't we? As far as we got on Natasha Makes uniform, basically any time I buy in something fleecy and gorgeous or velour, yeah, but we did decide that we would look like the Teletubbies meet cats, and not in a good way when that velour came in. Andy Pandy. Yeah. So we didn't go with that. No.
I'm thinking boho's the way forward. Boho, not boo-hoo.
Right, so Gemma is rocking the boho look at the moment. I'm rocking the waiter look, and what? But I always get it wrong. Then I call it the hobo look, which apparently is quite rude. But see, I think it's because growing up, one of my favourite programmes was The Littlest Hobo, and I don't know if they've got that on or if that's even something they're allowed to even say anymore. I don't know. I mean, it might be like we're 5 minutes into the show and I've insulted a lot of people already this morning. Sorry. Morning, ladies, says Sue. Didn't Jane look fab as mother of the groom? Didn't she? And did you see that gorgeous poem that Charlie gave her as well?
And the fabulous cake.
And the cake looked amazing. I know. It's another of Jane's strings to her bows that she doesn't tell people about. Slash, I think she should make. Would it be wrong to make a portion of her week rather than quilt making, cake making for us?
I don't think that's a good idea.
You don't think it's a good idea?
We need increasing amounts of fabric to keep letting out our clothes.
We'd need more fabric. I mean, how is that a bad thing?
I really don't.
We've
want to
got
let my
fabric.
clothes out.
Oh, you don't want to be letting your clothes out, all right then. Well, I mean, maybe this is what, like rent a clothes, rent a wardrobe.
I'm just going to start waving my
Finish it. Oh no, hang on. Heather's finishing her Stee Storm today. Then I need to find a long arm quilter. Yes, we're working on that. Morning, Diane. Morning, Claire. Claire's been making amazing marble runs with her kids. Have you seen? And good morning, Helen. Back in the land of watching. Well, very nice to have you. Morning, Juanita. Morning, Jan. Morning, Kathleen. And morning, Lucy. Hello. Yep, 5 puppies, but still sort of here too. Not sure if there's more. Oh. Did you have a scanned? Did you have an idea? Because my brother thinks he's having 7 puppies. Not him, his dog. He's having 7 puppies. Becky, haha, never had that said about my name. No, it's good. I like it. Morning, Natasha and team. Congratulations to all the Alcock family. Jane looked beautiful. Didn't she?
I mean, she does on the regular.
Well, yeah, she always looks fabulous. Claire says, I had the wonderful idea to make a marble run for the boys. They fought over it almost constantly ever since. Do you know what? Sometimes, yeah, all the great ideas. Oh, Carol, bless you, says, I don't mind paying the tax as I can't source your lovely products here. We won't be out of pocket. We'll sort it all, Carol, because it's a VAT. So, we'll sort it. We'll sort it, but it's not, I don't want you pay, because it'll be a lot. I don't want you paying it. We'll sort it. Debbie, good morning, Natasha and everyone. How are you today? Having a full-on sewing day? Well, so are we. So are we. Sue says anything cake is fine by me. Yeah. Oh, Sunny and Stroud. Thank you, Fiona, for letting us know. And Maria says, morning, ladies. Thank you for sorting out my order last week. I do get in such a muddle with the web. You and me both. Morning, Matty. It's Michigan Matty.
No.
Good morning.
Michigan.
I don't know what time it is in Michigan. I can never remember if it's forwards or backwards or whatever. Over the deep blue sea. A bottle of rum to ease my tum, and that's the life for me. Oi! Morning, Tasha and everyone. Jane and family looked fab, and so did the cake. I don't think we've even commented on the bride. She looked pretty good too. But the cake looked amazing.
Stunning.
She did look stunning. Sorry, Charlie, you looked stunning.
It's Monday morning.
It's Monday and we're hungry.
Nom.
Also, you know what set this off? So this morning we've been talking to lovely Rachel at Creative Grids, who has told us that there's a new ruler coming out. Well, there's 2 new ones. First, we've got to wait until it comes in from America, but there is a new one. I've just put an order in for it, which is called the Big Easy, and it's 12.5 by 24.5. It's making me cough so much. Gemma's first response was, it sounds like a burger, which I might have passed on, and so she's asked how many we'd like with cheese. So that, I'm blaming Gemma, like I do for most things around here. Yeah. Right, in other news, I need to ask your opinion, guys, on something, because I know that you've all been going crazy, excuse me, for Odile Biol's jobbity things. Oh, I got it wrong, by the way. The lining isn't cotton, it's polyester. Just so you know. But we have got, these aren't even on her website in France, en français. But these are, again, velvet. You know the beautiful velvet that she does? It's pretty, isn't it?
Stunning.
That is what it is. It's a notebook cover. Can you just put notebook cover in the comments, in the chat, if you think you might want one, and I'll get them ordered. Obviously they're French, so they're on holiday for a couple of weeks, so it'll be on a delayed dispatch, but we will get them before anyone else, you know, because we do that now. Yeah, we do that now. Do you love it? It's sweet, isn't it? And of course velvety. I like to think that beautiful things come out of my ears, but I think it's possibly just steam when the children are on one. Like my dear daughter, who decided to get up with me at 3:30 this morning.
Beautiful.
I come to work too, Mummy. Oh, great. Come on, you.
Peaceful hours that you're supposed to have.
I know, it's meant to be peaceful and it's meant to be relaxing, and it's when I get stuff done. Yep, not so much. I've had a lot of Peppa Pig, and I've had quite a lot of toast requests. Peppa Pig and can I have another cup of tea, please, Mummy?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I know. That's the glamour of my life.
It's just after 5 a.m. in Michigan.
Just after 5 a.m. Well, Matty, Michigan Matty, well done. We salute you for being here early. I realise it looks like I'm part dustman with all of these on here, but there is a reason for it, because for those of you that have not seen it yet...
2 seconds though.
What?
Lizzie Crangle wants to see your chest.
Lizzie Crangle wants to see my chest.
Slash
Lizzie.
things.
It's a good job we know
What's
each
next
other
for
well.
elephant?
Are they elephants?
The button cuffy thing.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, you kind of need to get your bosoms
Hang on,
in
let me
close
see if I
shot.
can get my buzzwams in a close-up shot for you. Little heffalumps.
Are those little bells?
They are little bells, yeah.
I'll actually hear you. I'm always saying I need to put a bell on you.
Do you know what? Maybe I should make a little collar for the cats out of that, because they need bells as well. Anyway. There we go. Elizabeth, you did ask. Quilts in an English Village is now released, and a lot of you have got it. Well done. Now, this is my copy note, Natasha McCarthy. I forgot to get Kate to sign it. It's my only cave book I haven't had signed. I know, what was I thinking? Isn't Lavenham beautiful? Can we just have a moment to go, Lavenham's beautiful? Oh, there they are. We have got in here, oh, we've got that one. Okay, so the paperweight checkerboard. I checked with Kaif about this one, because we had a few fabrics in there that we didn't have, but the majority we did. So he said as long as he couldn't really tell, he didn't mind. So we have made you a beautiful bundle. Now, one of these is for your binding, so it's cut separately. But the majority we have got, and those that we haven't, we've gone for stuff that looks really, really similar. I think we need to put in a note in with these to say which we've substituted for what. But look at this glorious array so that you can make your own checkerboard. And it's not that one. It's very, very deceiving. I don't know if we've actually got this on a... There you go. Paperweight checkerboard. Basically, we didn't have any paperweights that were the right colour, so we swapped them all out for Milli Fury. So it's basically a Milli Fury checkerboard, because we've got a lot of different colourways of the Milli Fury. And that's all good. That is all good. And this darker one is this. Ooh, we've substituted in. And that's, so yeah, and Kaif was fine with that. Now, just know that for the checkerboard kit, again, obviously you need the book. So you need to buy the book. We haven't put the book in with the kit. And because, well, you might already have the book, so there's no point in buying the book twice. As much as we would love for you to buy the book twice, it does put the cost of a quilt kit up. Or you might just want the fabric. I mean, I don't know. So that is kit number 1 with a couple of substitutions in there. Now then, Tiddlywinks Rosy kit. Let's find that one. Oh, do you know what? If you want this one, this is the Starry Night. I've ordered the fabrics for this. I know on Friday I did a warehouse walk around to get everything that I needed for it. Because, you know, where is it? Oh, and actually we might be able to do this one as well. when the new fabric arrives. So just, they look fab and in real life. Oh, dark boxes. We've got this because what you can't see from the book is how beautifully it moves because of having the shot cottons in it. So I've only literally got a couple of these. Whoa! Look at that. So yeah, this is all a bit gorgeous. Aren't they fabulous? We have also got on the web for you today, we have got mystery 10-piece fat quarter bundle of lovely K fabrics. We've got so much on the show for you today. I love these. Oh, it helps if I actually put them in shot, doesn't it? Oh, I've got a plaster there for emergencies. It's good, isn't it?
Predicting your own downfall.
Do you know what? I did a really long dog walk in a new pair of trainers and really hurt my feet. So yeah, it's not predicted. It's done. It's already done, Jem. I know. And I only started to get the blisters when the fabric's cut in two pieces like that. It means that one is the binding, by the way. Yeah. So what happened was, obviously, it only started to hurt at the furthest point of the walk. So then I had to limp and hobble all the way back. The dogs were super unapologetic and non-sympathetic.
I think they're big dogs. Could you not have just climbed on and got them to ride home?
No, there was no riding Margot home. She's just not that kind of dog. Look, I mean, hang on. Can we just have a moment to just appreciate? Look at that shot cotton next to that, and look at that shot cotton next to that. They are rather stunning, aren't they? And look at that green next to that. So this is what, and again, only a handful of these. Susie and I spent, lovely Susie Duncan and I spent a morning going through all of the K fabrics, seeing what we had, what we could substitute in, what would, you know, if we didn't have one, what we could make it look like instead. It wasn't even a chore, it was just delightful. I do love having a good rummage. But the, it's not always easy to get hold of these, otherwise known as the shot cottons. That's the one, that's what I'm saying. And of course, if you're buying some of these kits, don't forget that you can, we've still got the code, haven't we, for the scissors, or has that been taken down now? Does that still work or no?
I believe it still works, because we have an automated code running for the little mini flatters.
It is automated for the mini flatters. Oh, I meant to get some of the mini flatters and then didn't. Oh, candy cotton pinwheels. Oh! Oh yeah, pop it in the notes if it didn't work. I don't know, guys, if you can hear Gemma when she's speaking. I might just mic her up, it might be easier. But yeah, just put in the comments that you'd like, if you go over £100, just put in the comments that you'd like scissors and we'll sort that out for you. So this is candy cotton pinwheels. Again, there are a couple of substitutions, but not anything big that you would need to worry about. And I quite like that. Oh look, there's the note from Julia. New kit, not even on our site yet. Yep, good. Jumble, jumble, jumble. Love that. You see, this is your border. That's I just love these colourways. Whoa, look at that. Beautiful. There's a little bit of that in there. Little bit of that in there, and then a lot of the old tawny, because that is going all the way around the outside. This is one of my favourite fabrics in one of my favourite colourways ever, just so you know, just in case anyone was interested. Stunning indeed, stunning. Right, that and there. Some of these we've got bundled with backing fabrics as well, so because at some point you will want to back them, right? So you can get all of that over in one go should you wish. It's entirely up to you. Now, Tiddlywinks Rosie. Let's have a look at that. Tiddlywinks Rosie. Now, Tiddlywinks Rosie. Oh! Blooming columns. This one Oh my goodness, this one.
Oh, we've got a big poster image of that one as well.
We do. So yeah, we've got also on the show, oh, look at them, they're just beautiful. There we go. Isn't that fabulous? Ta-da! And just such, I mean this, wow, round there, just beautiful. We could only do a couple of these. Do you want to see the big poster image that Gemma's just said? Oh, we've got a big poster image of that. Oh, here. There it is. Check out that bad boy.
Amazing.
Nice. Didn't realise how often I said nice until Lisa Chandler kept copying me.
Oh.
But she says it with what she thinks is an English accent, which is hilarious. And she goes, nice. And I hadn't realised, it's one of those things I hadn't even realised that I said. And now I'm really aware of it. And I'm not going to stop saying it, because if something's nice, it's nice. It is one of those words that we were always told at school, just was like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's not nice, but it is. Right, do you know what else? Oh, have both of these sold, the mirror columns?
We have got.
Have we got a mirror columns left? I'm going to find the big mirror columns at the back to show you, because it was one of those things. Okay, so yeah, this is, that's the dark boxes. That's that one. We've only got what?
One of each, one with backing and one without.
One with backing and one without. Oh, so this is it. This is it here. This is your mirror columns. This is a super, super easy one. But you've got those beautiful big bold blooms down there. And it's just glorious. But it's huge. Like, these are really big quilts, by the way. They are absolutely huge. This is 88 inches by 88 inches. But it's a super simple, easy make. And it just allows the patterns to shine. Oh yeah, that's the blooming columns. There we go. You've seen us make something very, very similar. And where is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
so many patterns in this.
you really do, don't you? This is Tiddlywinks Rosie. Now, here's the thing. We didn't quite have all of those colourways. And it's called Tiddlywinks Rosie, and the one situation was that our Tiddlywinks wasn't the colour of those Tiddlywinks. So we've used a slightly warmer Tiddlywinks. And so Susie said, shall I just make up a mini one for people to get the idea? It's just, so then it meant that we put through a slightly warmer tone there. So we've just put in a few slightly warmer tones so that our Tiddlywinks here, look, you can see go beautifully there. And it just brings it all together in a slightly different way, but keeping the ethos of the quilt and just bringing it, some, you know, just some slightly warmer colours through. I really love it. Really love it. Isn't it beautiful? So that's to give you the idea of our version of the Tiddlywinks Rosie. So these will be the colours that you'll get. That is your Tiddlywinks. And then the majority of them are the same, but because we had to change this one, we were really aware to just keep referring back and making sure that everything, yeah, you see that just works so beautifully with it, that everything then just worked back with it. And then you see we brought in a slightly brighter green there as well, and then we also brought in the jumble in that as well, which then works with that and works. So everything ties in and pulls in, but it's just that you've got a few slightly warmer tones in there, and that is it. So everything else is the same, but again we'll have to produce you a sheet to tell you what we've substituted in. You get a lot of that, which just looks fab, because that's around, let me show you this around the edge. It just makes such a gorgeous border. It looks like leaves all the way around. It's just fab. So there we go. They are the quilt bundles that we've got for you. I just wanted to take a little bit of time and show you that because they're not readily available, and I don't care how big your cape stash is. I mean, you think we are a supplier, and even we didn't have quite everything in the right amounts. So it is a little bit cafey today, which is never a bad thing, I don't think. Pop his book up there. There we go. Do you like our octopus? Have I shown you our octopus? Gemma says that I just am becoming very gay man. Fabulous gay man, she says, with my decor. I'm happy with that.
This is a compliment.
I know it's a compliment. I'm totally taking it as one. Flamboyant and ridiculous is basically what she's calling me, and that's fine. Look at that. Isn't he fun? And I think he goes beautifully with the hippo. Can you tell that this is a room that my husband doesn't really come into very much? Honestly, and then the sideboard that I've had inlaid with some of the cape fabrics is a bit gorgeous too.
That was the point when I made that.
No. That was the point at which you made the fabulous gay man comment. All the time there's fabulous in there, I don't mind. What? Oh, yeah. These. Talking of fabulous, here we go. So, I was talking to Keith the other day about the Aboriginal dots. And I was just saying to him, do you know what? I think we stock most of your Aboriginal dots. And he's like, oh, I'm so pleased because they just are so much better than just a plain. And I was like, okay. So I thought I would give it the old half-metre heaven twist with Aboriginal dots. Now, we've only got a handful of each of these because I've done something else as well. So this is your brassica here with your Aboriginal dot in blush. How beautiful is that? Because just bear in mind, you can't match these on a screen. I don't care how clever you are, you can't match it on a screen. It's just so hard. But that beautiful bit of blush through there just is gorgeous. These are also available by the half metre as well, by the way. So if you want extra of your brassica in pastel, then absolutely go for it. Right, number one. I love this geodes. It's just ridiculously gorgeous. But look at the blues and the greens that come through with your Aboriginal dot in ocean. And it picks out all of the blues and the greens in there. It's just perfect. Just perfect. Now, gosh, this was so popular when we had the cork. It just looks so stunning with the cork. But look at it with pumpkin. If you are someone that loves an autumnal tone, then, I mean, yeah, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Sticking with the cactus flower, because we all know it's one of my favourite prints ever. This is your cactus flower multi. But check it out with the orange. Doesn't that just pull all of these? Because it's got the darker orange and the lighter orange, and it just plays so wonderfully. So there's nearly £1 off these, by the way, which is rather lovely for you. Oh, now this one was fun. The oranges in lime with leaf, which is beautiful because it echoes all of these little dots in here. I'm not going to lie, I had a great time the other morning doing all of these. Saturday morning, me and a podcast. Yeah. And a bit of fabric. Oh, have you seen the brassica yellow? Remember, all up by the half metre as well for you. But then look at it with the dot. Gold! Gold! Just brings out everything. I heart that very much. Very, very, very much. We want to make wraparound trousers, don't we? And we keep looking at all of these big, bold prints going, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Do you reckon you can still wear wraparound trousers in winter, but just whack a pair of tights with them?
Or like some long johns.
Long johns, yeah, just to keep warm.
Thermal leggings. I bought those once in Marks and Spencer.
Thermal leggings. Oh, that sounds like an idea. Yeah, and then you'd still look classy, but warm. This is embroidered flower border. It's rather gorgeous, and that's with your Aboriginal dot in red. So as I was cutting all of these, what I started to notice was actually they made a beautiful rainbow, which led me on to the next thing that I'll show you. This is your Jupiter with Aboriginal dot in plum. Again, rather lovely. And running out of space, I might have done quite a lot of these. I got carried away. But no, there aren't many of each. There's like a handful of it. Oh, hang on a minute. You have to have a look at Brassica Sky with turquoise, because that made my heart happy. Not going to lie. But it did. Look at it. Look at it. And if your heart can't be happy when you're looking at that.
Pain and try and make you choose your favourite one.
What? I can't. No. It's like children. I can't have a favourite child. It's the one that's not screaming. Or the one that sleeps right now. This is Row Flower. Love Row Flower. I want trousers out of that as well. And I've put it with Shock. Yep.
Shocking.
What? Just Shock. So if you are loving these, by the way, please note that you can get all of these, all of them. So there's 17 pairs. That's 34, isn't it? Mm-hmm. When Gemma first came, I promised her that she'd not have to do any maths. No maths, and that's actually all we do is maths, is calculate stuff with VAT, without VAT, cost price, all that kind of boring stuff. You did get out of financial services and you got into fabulousness here with us. Do you want to see this particular fabulousness? This is shaggy grey. It wasn't me. With soft denim. Yes. Isn't that beautiful? Because it gives such a gorgeous contrast, but you've got sort of purpley tones in there and soft blues. I just love those two together. It's one of those things that those colours aren't actually really in there, but the two together, I was just like, would be rude not to. Stunning, right? Stunning. Again, I did enjoy myself with these. So if you've got, you know, a bag or something that you want to do and you want a beautiful lining, then this is it. This is your bundle. Or if you've got, Jane's going to write us a pattern for just a 1/2 metre heaven quilt. And actually the stretch 9 patch is a perfect one for that. Now this is Lotus Leaf Mauve, and I've put it with Aboriginal dot taupe. Look how soft that is. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty. I love this one. Very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. But you see, this is it. You could also mix it through. Yeah, you I mean, you could have, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that and that together. Ooh. They sing, they play quite nicely together, don't they?
If I had to find you one thing to keep you occupied for the rest of your life, this would be it for me.
One thing to keep me occupied? Yeah, absolutely. What, just colour matching with fabrics? Yeah. But it has to be like nice fabrics.
Yeah.
Has to be fun fabrics.
Well, that's why you only buy what you love.
I do only buy what I love. I was doing a walk around with our supplier who supplies a lot of different types of fabric. She's like, I'm not even going down that aisle, it's too boring for you. And I was like, look, when you've got the likes of Cave, other stuff just looks primitive, underdeveloped and plain and boring. And it does. And I don't care if that makes me fabulously outrageous with fabrics. I don't care. This makes me happy. So I buy it. It's as simple as that. Coleus is just stunning with your Aboriginal dot indigo. Indigo! Under there, like that. What else have I got for you? Oh, cactus flower blue with Aboriginal dots iris. Can you tell that I might have bought quite a lot of the cactus flowers because I think they're a bit super fabulous? That's because I'm right. Excellent. I'd like that in writing to hang on the wall, please. Tell the world it's because she was right. Right. But I have to say, look at those together. Oh, also quite. In fact, actually, there's quite a lovely combination going on through here. I'm enjoying that. I would want to bring that down to play. Yes. Oh, yeah, and then this one as well. This one would need to join in. This is Coleus in moss. I just had to pick out this pink every time. I love that pink. Whee! And that is Aboriginal dot in maroon. You see, for me, maroon is a different colour. Like, that's not maroon to me, but I think that might have been because I did spend 5 years of my life in maroon as a school uniform. Yeah, and it wasn't that colour. We didn't look that fabulous, I'll be honest. I was not a fabulous looking teenager, I'll also be honest about that as well. Yeah, there were braces and spots and fuzzy hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Late teens then was different.
Late teens, I flourished slightly more than the poodle years, as I was lovingly called, after Mary Shufflebottom cut me a mullet at the age of 13. Thanks, Mary. Never forgotten or forgiven you for that. This is rather a lovely one, isn't it? This is Vine Black with Aboriginal dot cream. That is rather sophisticated, I feel. I did feel sophisticated when I put this together. I was like, oh yes. Oh yes. Slightly less in your face.
Like it.
That got a nod of a, yeah, you're right. Slightly less in your face. But look, you see. That would be all rather gorgeous together. Oh, now, Brassica Grey. We've not floofed this around for you much. Gemma adores it. How?
A-Y.
Sorry?
It's grey with an A. G-R-A-Y.
Oh, they're American, aren't they? They're all American with their spellings. Oh, well.
I've tagged it with E-Y as well.
Have you tagged it with EY for those of us that, you know, think it should be spelled otherwise? Which is really like, we're right, you're wrong. I'm just going to ignore how you spell it and spell it my own way. Do you know, I didn't even notice I didn't have my glasses on.
That's what you pay me for.
Oh, that's what I pay you for. Excellent. Good. But look, this has got your blue and your pink, which echoes all of that and is just, this is such a beautiful, soft, yes, it works. It works a treat. And just enjoy it. So that's wisteria. We hadn't even got, at that point, wisteria loaded to buy by the half metre. I think we may have now done it today. Look at you, get at you. So there we go. That is my humble wares. If you would like all of these in and so that would be all of them in either 5-inch strips, so you know, like that, or 2.5-inch strips, which would be like that, then they are available on the website. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Because I couldn't, and that just came across because I couldn't actually choose which one I wanted, so I decided to do the lot. And there is a thing called a jelly roll race quilt, which is sort of a bit like that. Basically, you sew them end on end and then just keep sewing them together. And together and together and together, and you get that in the end. And it's just what I really love about it. I kept them in their pairs, end on end. I think if I were to do it again, I would sew them in their pairs next to each other, then sew those end on end. But what you get is a beautiful, beautiful mix and accident of colours that happen next to each other. There you go. And just a full rainbow. I love it because it's not fussy, it's not
You don't have to choose.
You don't have to choose. They're all in there. And that's the size it makes, by the way. That is the size that it makes. And I adore it. So there we go. And it's one of those things that, yeah, I quilted it in red and then realised I'd completely forgot to put the backing on it. Go me.
Excellent.
Yeah, I know. It was just one of those days. I was a little bit distracted and trying to hurry. And then I was like, why is this feeling a bit funny going through the machine? Oh, yeah, forgot to put the backing fabric on as I'm busily quilting it everywhere. Yeah, well done me. Which is why I didn't bind it, but I'm going to bind it in hot pink.
Rookie error.
Just completely on my own planet. On my own planet. But luckily, I only did a little bit of quilting. I only literally did squares on it. So I can go in and do some more intricate stuff. Maybe in something in a different colour.
Nice plan.
I might go crazy and do another colour. Watch this space. Perfect. I can visualise that. Oh, don't know what. I looked horrible as a teenager, says Claire. I wore frilly dresses until at least 14, while my classmates were in, I realise now, 19 style. I had zero dress sense. I don't care. Do you know, if you don't care, it doesn't matter, does it? It's only if you're... Actually, I would... Looking back now, I'm just happy doing my own thing. I really am, because you're never going to be the same as other people, and you're never going to fit in trying to be the same as other people, and all of that. So, yeah. Good morning, everyone, on our way to York City. To a York City break with our granddaughters, watching you on the coach. Oh, we've made it on a coach. Good morning, everybody on your coach. Good morning, and good morning, grandchildren. Karen, sorry I'm late. I was trapped on the phone. What's all this gorgeousness I see before me? It's cave, Karen, you won't want it.
Karen never wants anything.
She never wants any cave. Hates cave, does Karen. By the way, Karen, they are available by the 3 metre, by the way, just so that you know. Just in case, you know, you fancy a dress or 6, which would not be wrong. And we would salute you and look forward to your Morrison's Tuesdays so that we can all enjoy those. It's one of the highlights of my week. It has become a what is Karen going to wear on Tuesday to Morrison's highlight for me. I do like to see. Primitive and underdeveloped. That is such a slap with a wet kip. I love it. Yeah, no, sorry, that was probably quite rude. But I just really like K fabrics. So they, yeah. And to be fair, the supplier did agree with me. She's like, yeah, you do get a bit spoilt with Kaif, don't you? I was like, yep.
And some of the fabric samples we get sent are really...
Oh, some of the fabric samples are a bit like...
When you touch them, you go, no.
Yeah, no, but it's the touch as well, because I want the quality there too. I'm fussy, and I make absolutely no apologies for it. A slightly heavier fabric could possibly work for a wraparound, a scuba perhaps. I had a similar pair for the salon. I wore them in the snow. But Kaif doesn't go scuba. That's my dilemma. My dream is to have my own warehouse full of everything Kaif, says Ali. Ali, I'm living the dream. So that I can not only see it and feel it, but just be able to put my hands on whatever I want. Just love these fabrics. So basically, Ali, I think I'm doing that for you. Feel free to live vicariously through me. And when we get the warehouse, you can come and stroke it. It's all good. Fiona, you could make a new fashion statement and coordinating quilting clips to hold the trousers together. Yes.
I don't think there are quilting clips strong enough to hold my trousers.
There are not quilting clips strong enough? Are you kidding me? I meant to ask if you watched any of the modern pentathlon, Natasha McCarthy. No. Kate French was impressive in the laser. Have they made it laser now? Seriously? We used to do it proper guns in my day. But no, Margaret, do you know what? I didn't. It's one of those things that whilst I say I'm completely okay about having got injured and never being able to compete myself, I do get a bit like, if I have to watch it. So I just cut a bit of fabric and stroke it and it makes everything better. So no, I didn't, but I hear that they did well. Because weirdly enough, I think they did really well this year. And good on them, because modern pentathlon is blinking hard, because you have to be really good at 5. And if you nail the swimming, then you're okay. But the horses, they normally use the Army's horses. I don't know what they've done out in Tokyo, but certainly when I was competing, I used to go to Sandhurst and borrow their horses, because that was sort of the calibre of the horse that you would get, because you get 20 minutes and 5 practice jumps before you have to go and jump a 1 metre 20 course, which is fine, but generally you have to share the horses. So if someone's made a right old hash of it before, because I don't know what it was, but they never seemed to, like, everyone trained so hard for the swim and the run and stuff like that, and just sort of ignored the horse side of it. Whereas you could make up good points if you were good with the horses. Same with the shooting. I was a really good shot, and I could make up a lot of time on the run shoot. Not that because I was particularly fast at shooting, but because I would get my heart rate down. So the thing, I don't know if any of you watched the modern pentathlon, but the run shoot is you accumulate points throughout the pentathlon, and then you have a staggered start. But you get held. If you don't get your targets down, then you get held for a certain amount of time, and then you get released. And but I could generally, on average, get my targets down in about 23 seconds, which would give me, a real head start on those that messed up their shoot. So it was always worth me running slightly slower to get my breathing under control, so that I could shoot quicker. It was all very complicated. But I did like the shooting. And Freddie was pretend playing with guns the other day. I'm like, no. And then I realised I don't actually have a leg to stand on, do I? Telling him that he can't play with guns when I used to.
Look at that flickering in the background.
Have you seen this, by the way? Hang on, I've got to move my bobbins. I love our bobbins that our viewer sent us. Aren't they beautiful? Gorgeous. Proper bobbins. Now, I'm going to just move this. This isn't what we're doing today. Oh, Gemma, they might all fall out. This might be a really bad idea. We tried to get a photo of this the other day, and the cat jumped on. Oh no, look at me. And the cat, just as we got all the candles in position, the cat leapt on it and sent it scooting everywhere. Jane made this. This is a Lisa Chandler design. We're going to make this on Wednesday, aren't we? Is that this Wednesday? Yeah, this Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah.
No real flames.
No real flames. Like, no, don't put real flames in. But if you're having a candlelight dinner, I sound like Mrs. Bucket, don't I? Mrs. Bouquet with her fabulous candlelight suppers. Yeah, then you can. Or you could put your condiments in there. Condiments, Gemma. Condiments. I don't know what sort of party you have, love. Filthy. She's wetting herself in the corner now. Condiments! Salt and pepper, ketchup, that kind of stuff. I do apologise for her. Are you going to have to leave the room to compose yourself? I had this at the craft store. I don't think you saw the show. I was on with a very funny presenter at the craft store on Thursday, and we had some of the Lisa Chandler fans fabric, and and the felts. It was the felts, and I displayed them beautifully out like a fan. And he went, look at Natasha's beautiful fanage. I beg your pardon, Scott. And he went, yes, look at her fanage. I'm like, it doesn't sound any better in an accent. And of course, then the next show I had him again, and we had the Lisa Chandler fan fabric on there. And he's like, more of Natasha's fanage. It's just like, if Ofcom does not take us off air.
This is why we're not on actual telly-telly.
This is why we're not on actual telly-telly, because, that is a very good point. Ah, dear me.
Yeah, Lo's running with that, so just...
Lo's running with it. Oh, no. Ignoring... I can't ignore now, can I? I thought Lo had been a bit quiet. Where are you, Lo?
Gaps being suitable for keys.
Oh, the gap's being suitable for keys. I mean, you know, it's an option.
You do need to catch up on modern pentathlon because there was an issue with a horse.
Oh, there was an issue with a horse?
They get assigned a horse, a random
They do
horse.
get assigned a random horse, yeah. I know this.
And the German lady who was first before that part of the...
Oh, hang on. Can you guys hear what Gemma's saying? She's saying the German lady that was first with the horse.
No, she was first before the horse.
Before the horse.
Her horse was spooked and wouldn't behave.
Oh, her horse was spooked, wouldn't behave.
So
Yeah.
she went to 31st.
She went to 31st from first.
Howled crying.
Oh, she howled
Her
crying.
coach
Nice.
Punched the horse. It was all
The coach
absolutely hideous.
punched the horse.
They didn't behave well either of them. The rider or the coach.
Oh no.
She had an opportunity there. So when the horse wasn't going to behave.
No. Oh, that makes me mad. She doesn't do. Do you know what she should be? She should just not be allowed to compete at all. You don't behave like that to a horse. Do you know? And this is what makes me so mad. People say to me, "Why don't you jump and stuff anymore?" It's like, because actually riding a horse is a privilege. They are the most noble of beings, and for me, everything just has to be perfect for them, and they have to be really happy about being ridden. And that, you know, and if they're spooking, they're not happy.
No.
So something is not right for that beast. No, don't get me. Oh, that's upset me. That's no good. That is no good.
Yeah, not good.
No good at all. What a horrible individual.
But this to her coach was vile. But she just howled crying and was.
I mean, look,
like crazy.
The thing is, right? You know. You do as an athlete, you give your all. I mean, I used to train 35 hours a week training, and it becomes all encompassing. When I was teaching full time, I used to teach full time and train 18 hours a week, and then that became too much. And so, you know, you do give your all, but you know, stuff happens, life happens, and that's when you get to show what sort of a person you are. You certainly don't take it out on an innocent animal. Oh, that's made me so mad. Lo says, I love being the one that flies in the face of public opinion. No. No, really? She hate to fit in. No. Susie says, morning, gorgeous fabrics. Late arriving is power walking the dog to beat the rain. Oh, Karen's now feeling the pressure about what she needs to wear tomorrow. You'll look fabulous in anything. Do you actually own jeans? Can't imagine Karen in jeans. Can you?
Oh, Lynn's got the same top as you.
Lynn, have you got the same top as me? Oh, fabulous. They did it in blue as well, which was rather lovely. We got gold in both. Well, there you go. That's pretty good. There was a German lady whose horse had a complete hissy fit.
That's the one.
Do you know what? I'd have a hissy fit of that woman. Swimming was my thing, says Lo. At the age of 8, I was beating 16-year-olds. Yes. They tried to get me to train for the competitions and Olympics, but my mum and dad didn't want to make the decision. Is that the one the coach punched afterwards? I would punch the coach. Where did you get your hippo? Do you know what? I'm going to try and get some for you, Laurie. Facebook keeps interrupting. Anyone else having... Oh, laser run. Run a lap and then stand and shoot 5 targets. Yeah. Yeah, you can make up a lot of time with that. We could sell them to swingers parties. Do you know what? I'm very late to the Benidorm party. For years and years and years, I never watched a single episode of Benidorm. Have you ever watched it?
Oh my gosh.
Do you love it?
We've like Mini PT has watched them all a million times. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Donald.
Yeah.
Maybe we should call it the Benidorm quilt. the Donald one. I'd love a bit of that. Hey, do you want to see what we're doing today? I'm just going to throw this ruler into the mix. It is the 1/260, and because I had cut you strips, it was the perfect opportunity to play with something like a creative grid. Okay, and also because I'd paired them as well. Yeah. So this ruler does that style and that style, and I'm going to show you how to not get a lumpy bit as much in the middle. Okay, so
We've got a chap on here.
a chap.
Yeah, says good Morning Nice Fabrics. I think he knows a bit about fabrics. Mr.
Morning.
Philip Jacobs.
Mr. Philip Jacobs. Do you know what, Mr. Philip Jacobs? Yeah, you know, they're all right.
Not half bad, are they?
Some of these, you know, they do okay. They do all right for us. Yeah. I don't know. It's that Brit designer. You know, he works with that American dude. There we go. Jill says, have you thought about doing stroking tours in your workshops? Are we still... That set Gemma off again. I think we're talking stroking the fabric, Gemma. Not
groping the fabric.
Not groping the... No. But look at that.
Could do that too, groping tours.
Not doing groping tours, yeah, honestly. Do you know what? The tone has lowered somewhat. Which fabrics shall we use? I'm going to show you how to do both because there's two different styles of hexes that you can do, which is rather fabulous. And I'm going to do that one. Oh, yeah. And that one. Oh, but then there's that one. Ooh. Right. So first things first, prep your fabrics. Okay. This ruler does lots of other things as well, by the way, but these are the main things that it does. To prep our fabrics, you know what I'm going to say? Oh, I didn't get the little bottles to show everybody.
I can do that.
Soz, Gem. Soz.
So I can go.
Oh, the main reason she's not mic'd is that she can run around after me because I forget stuff. So a lot of you have taken advantage of the little deal that we did with the pressing mats and the Pineapple Grove. Not Pineapple Grove, the flatter spray. So the flatter sprays are quite hard to get hold of in this country, but we've put them on various deals for you and they work so well with the pressing mat. The pineapple smells amazing. Makes me want to eat pineapple chunks. I'll have a pina colada. Like I need an excuse. No, my kids ate them all. I've had to move on to the box of cola cubes I bought the other day. I was having like a retro sweets afternoon. And I was just thinking about all the sweets that I used to eat. Lemon bonbons were my favourite. They were so good. And you could like suck off all the sherbet first. I can't eat sweets in a normal and conventional way, by the way. Just so you know. So, next up, you pop them right sides together. So, what I have discovered is that by just doing a few little bits of prior and proper preparation, you can prevent a poor performance, right? And that involves, especially when you are going to be using anything that is cut in the fabric other than at 90 degrees, using a spray, be it a starch spray, be it the flatter sprays. The flatter sprays I'm really liking for the simple reason that they're all natural ingredients. There isn't actually any starch in them, I don't think. They're a starch-free alternative to a starch spray. They smell amazing, all natural ingredients, and we've got them in lots of different colours. But they took months. I started trying to get these in February and they only just arrived. So that tells you how long it takes to get hold of these things. So I would say if it's something that you've liked, why not look at, especially with, these are on special at the moment, because you might not know what flavour you like. So these are your little like workshop size or tester size. They're like the mini gins of the flatter world. So we've got fig scentless, or senseless as as we kept calling it by accident, yuzu, not uzu, that's something different, Pineapple Grove, and then Celebration. There they all are. And if you get all of those together, we're giving them you half price. Giving them to you half price. That automatically happens, doesn't it? Yeah. SJ can do stuff like that. Was SJ at a wedding at the weekend? She was, wasn't she? Did you have a nice time, SJ? We haven't had any photos yet. It would seem to be wedding season for everyone. I've chopped off the selvages. Flip it over the other side.
Karen's been using flatter this weekend.
Oh, Karen's been using flatter.
Smells divine. She loves the fig.
She loves the fig. Oh, the fig is good. The fig is good. Now, I've pre-cut you the 5-inch strips if you're going for this one, which means that half of your cutting is already done. So I'm lining up on my 5-inch mark. I've got that little flat bit up there. Oh, now I don't know if any of you guys watch Strictly, but my friend Sarah is on there. She's going to be a dancer. You know, when she's not busy being a dragon. She used to be really kind to me when I was at Crate and Craft. So I'm very excited for her.
I think it's your turn next.
I would love to do Strictly, but I don't know if they'd have a dancer tall enough for me. I'd be the only one that could only wear like ballet pumps to dance, because they wouldn't have... Huh?
This is true.
Yeah, I know. When my friend Mark Foster, when he was on there, they had to find him like quite a tall. And I do feel a bit bad because he went out the week I went and watched him. I was like, sorry, Foz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I did feel bad about that. I don't think it was my fault directly. But yeah, he did go out that week. Whoops. Mark Foster was my swimming coach, and he used to sit on the end of the pool together, and I'd wear fins, training fins, and his feet were still bigger than mine in training fins. I'm like, well, that's why you are. I think at that point he was like 10 times world champion or something.
Amazing.
It's like, yeah, you know, you've done a bit of that, haven't you? I'm going to do a bit of this, and I'm going to chain piece these. So, starting with, whoops, the flat side. So you've got, I'm not going to start on the narrow end. I'm going to start each of these on there. And if you try and pick them up together, not like I've just done, then it just makes it easier. I really like stitching with a guide, because otherwise I get distracted and wobble. And I don't mean, I mean like fabric wobble, not just like generally wobble. I mean, I probably do that as well. But there we go. If you can try and keep them together, then it does help the scenario. Hey up, where are you off to?
Got lots to do.
Oh, she's got lots to do. Gemma's gone. She's gone. And so my mission is to get everyone using some form of fabric spray, be it your best press, which has been really hard to get a hold of. Again, anything that's coming out of America has been quite challenging, but we've got them. So we've got the flatters, which is really rather lovely. And I would say make the most of them when you see them, especially on a deal, because you're going to use them. Let's be honest. Right. So now that we've got that, pressing becomes the order of the day. Whoop. And just like decide which way up and then press them all. No, here we go. Don't press them all the same way. This is where I went wrong. So what you will notice is, like here, press everything open, because otherwise you get a hideous mess there. I pressed all of these to one side and then got a hideous mess there. So this just makes it less bumpy in the middle. But, and look, and that actually, they went together far better than that one. It's okay, and from a distance, you know, you might get away with it, but so what I would say is first set your seam. Now you have already prepped your fabric, so oh hello, can anybody else hear Captain Small? She appears to be home and shouting. And then I would open the seams and I would press them open, and so, like so. Oh dear, someone is very upset in the other room. This is the joy of when Captain Small gets up at 3:30. By 11 o'clock, she's had enough of the day. So, pressing all of these open. Oh, they smell so good. They smell so good. There we are. And then last one. So I sort of, yeah, go along that stitch line first and then press them open. It just makes it a little bit easier. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this one first. So you need to decide which one you want going into the middle and just adjust accordingly. So if we start with this one, and which way round you want everything to spin as well, it's entirely up to you, but you're going to stitch everything round like so. And that's how that, and so you can have them going, yeah, just coming around like that with either the feature fabric in the middle, but it would go the other way. So you'd have to spin it so that went the other way. And it would just give it a slightly different feel if you wanted to keep all of those going in that direction. So you can spin them, you can have lots and lots of fun with these. And then you're just going to flip that across to there and line up your edges. So those peaks together there. This is certainly the easier of the two hexes to make, absolutely for sure. And then we'll take it across to the sewing machine and then 1/4 of an inch down. And I will chain piece these. And if you need to use a donkey or a leader or all of those other things that we call them, then do. And then just snip. And again, let's press these with the seams open. I set the seam. There we are. Oh, hello. If you want to pop a little bit of steam on there to keep them open, then do. But then you see, so you've got two, and then just double check that everything is going in the right direction when you then want to add in your next one. So let's fold that over like that. And this time, can you see, we're lining up. Can you see, because I've pressed my seam open, I can line that up and that, and I know that I'm in the right place. I'll show you that on a close-up. Because I've pressed that seam open, can you see that dog ear there? That will line up like so. That is the genius of creative grids. And then you are nearly there. So these really don't take too long to make, and especially if you've gone for the 5-inch bundle, then you're halfway there because you've already got them into strips. And snip and then open. Again, we're going to then, so you want to stop sewing the 3 together, and then you've got them basically half. You've got a half. Also bear in mind that, you know, if you wanted to just do sort of 2 and then cut your way across to fill in that gap, then you can. There's all sorts of things that you can do along there. And then pressing those open, and again that's just going to help you reduce the bulk. And then we're going to go, let's check we get it the right way around, and again keep coming back and keep checking that you've got these right. Flip them over, and if you want to pin somewhere, I've got a pin, here we go, then what you can do is find where that crosses over. So there is going to be a point and it's there. Can you see? It's there. There's my pin and it's right on the top of there. That's my seam allowance, but I'm going to put my pin into the top of that one and then just wiggle it around. And in wiggling it around, you're just going to line up those fabrics to be everywhere that you need them to be. And then you can pin them in place. And then you know that you're going to get that center point really nicely. If you want to pin some more, then do. And then just stitch down. Oh, it's the moment of truth. So again, set that seam. And I do sort of just give a little press either side and then press it open. Look, a lot of the flatness here will depend on, I'm sure you could probably do a Jane twiddly thing and undo those, but you have pressed them open, so half of the job there is done. Do 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 do. And then I think it looks beautiful from the back as well. There we go. And that just means that that is going to lie, and you can steam that if you want to help get it line flat, but that is going to be all right. So you can build up, and you can have some going one way, some going the other. You can build it in if you want to, and you've sort of got a rainbow thing then starting to go on here. Maybe you want to do one with your traditional pinwheels and one going that way. It's entirely up to you. Maybe you want to alternate them, but what I love about this is that you would get a whole rainbow if you used all of these. And to be honest, this took up less than half of your strip, so you'd certainly have lots and lots to do there. Now then, let's have a look then. Again, this is half of this done. I'm going to repress these because I started to do this as prep, and then of course, you know, realised that actually, and unless I can lay them flat, then I'll just bin it if it's not going to lay flat. Yeah, look, that's just going to be too bulky. You might get away with it if you do the others all flat. Should we see? But I want to get that laying flat. So now I'm going to start from scratch with another colourway. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. So again, same scenario. We're going to prep our fabric first. Now what I have noticed, I haven't put this in my mister bottle, and so it does make a difference that you get sort of splodges. If you've got the continuous mister bottles, use them because you just end up using less and your fabric doesn't get all sort of wet and soggy. It just gives a beautiful even thing. I'm going to try and source little ones to go with the 90mm. I must remember to do that. I don't know if you can get little ones, but I shall endeavour to find out. Here we are. I'm just enjoying the smell, I'm not going to lie. It does make me feel, the pineapple one makes me feel like I'm on holiday. Oh, Jill, I'm still chuckling about your stroking tours of the warehouse. I mean, I don't know what sort of reputation you want us to have, but it would be quite good. Right, let's take off those salvages. And just aligning them beautifully. So it's going to be the same scenario. Lining up that top there, so you get rid of some of the dog ears straight off. And then spinning the rule around. Make sure you keep the Creative Grids non-slip grip on the bottom here. Okay, so that it doesn't move around. And that's why. So don't just flip it. You want to keep, the whole reason that you are investing in Creative Grids is because they are safe. And that is because of the non-slip grip. So if you just flipped it, you're not going to get that safety. So just make sure. And you can see, you know, as soon as I put that on, that inbuilt non-slip grip is just holding that there. It might be, do you know what? I don't know if we've got Geraldine watching us this morning. But Geraldine, I just wanted to bring out some of your rulers again. I know a lot of you have got this ruler and it's a really, really useful one. And you can do all sorts actually with it because you can do, so you can bring it further down. So wherever you want to, and then get a longer length. So it shows you in the instructions how to cut half trapezoids, half diamonds and half hexes. So it shows you how to do all of that, you know, with this. So it really is truly versatile. Actually, that might be your way to get the fabric to fill in the gaps if you wanted just a plain fabric to fill in the gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We're good to go. You see, that's my fold line. So I've not even used half of that strip. So there's still an awful lot left. You would get a really interesting quilt if you did all of it with these. Oh yeah, you would. Oh yeah, you would. Right, so again, we're going to chain stitch down here, down that long edge. And I wanted to show you how to avoid those bulky seams. And it does come down to, the other thing is use a pressing mat. I had my, I'd been pressing something that needed a bigger space, and I had my iron out. So for the first round of these, I used the ironing board. Oh my God, I couldn't get a flat seam. I could not get a flat seam. It was awful. I've been so spoilt with my pressing mat, and I hadn't realised, I hadn't appreciated, I'd forgotten just what a difference it makes. The same with you when you're doing, if you're doing the Baltimore, the Oriental Baltimore, when you are when you're creating your applique and you're pressing it round your template, again, using a starch spray, using all of these different things that we have, using a pressing mat, it just gives a far better finish. And they're tools of the trade. And I know that a bad workman always blames his tools, but actually there is a reason that these are here to help us. Absolutely, for sure. So I sort of start to press, and then I spin it around and press open. If you want to apply a little bit of steam, then do. So set that seam, just knock aside with the edge, flip it. And for me, that just gives a much sharper and easier way to open those seams. Because otherwise, if you just do this, then it can go all a bit, you're not going to get it quite as crisp. Whereas for me, if I just knock one edge back like that and then open it, it gives a much crisper seam. And here we go. And you just get into the swing of it. I really like this iron because it's got a nice pointy sharp nose. So in the absence, on the days that I've left my my little mini prim and I haven't unpacked it from the car, then I don't, you know, this iron is actually okay for detailed work like this. There we go. All right, so now these are going to go in like so. Oh, they're going to look great. And so I'm going to go around, and now I will do sew two together in pairs and leave the third because I want that straight line when I'm stitching them. So for the first one that you do, actually those seams almost nest. So we'll just stitch down that side. But if you need to stick a pin in it or anything, then do. And then again across to here, press and open. And because we had our fabrics right sides together on top of each other when we cut them, we know that we've got them going in the right direction and everything that we need. Here we go. So then we add the last one on, like we did with the other style. Add that last one on. Again, matching that point at the top there. And the same with that one there. And again, you can just chain piece down them. Pin them if you want, but we all know I'm not the world's biggest pinner. Oh, there you go. There's me saying chain piece, and I forgot. Go me, go me. There we go. So, here we go. Last little bit. There we go. And we're getting a much flatter seam as we go. A little bit of steam on there can often help. And then so now we've got all that's going to look gorgeous. Right sides together, and again, if you want to work through with that pin, finding where they all kind of meet in the middle, then do. It's going to be there-ish, just up a little bit. There, through to that point there. Give it a wiggle, line them. And then take it to your machine. Hooray! And across we go. Like I said, this is, out of the two ways to do the hexes, this is the harder one, just because of the bulk. But you have the option, like you always have the option. And as I'm coming across, my pin was marking that point for my seam. There we go. And just be careful as you go over the bumpy middle bit. Make sure everything is aligned again, and off you go. Moment of truth. Now, I don't know if Jane would manage to unpick stuff and have a little twiddle in there. I don't know. But when it is all open, let's open it and see, shall we? And it just, you know, it might be that when you come to quilt it, if that is too bumpy for you, for your needle when you're quilting, you can always you could always pop a little button or something on there. But there it is. I forgot to change the angle. Sorry, guys. There it is. And that is pretty perfect in that middle bit. So now we have the option. And you can see how these can come together. So maybe you want to do a row and do them in sort of a rainbow colour order. So you've got your reds, and then yellows, greens, through to blues. But it's up to you how you wanna play these. There we go. But just something a little bit different. Something to play with, something a little bit different. And that is how to use this ruler. The other thing is, of course, you can set in, if you're doing a little double take of what's happened here. So you've got your background that has become the triangle, and then we've swapped it over and inset into these. There we go. It's like a longer flying geese block, like that. But again, you can use this to do that. So lots and lots of options with this ruler. It's a really good one, really useful one to have, and you can get those hexes going. Do you know what, actually, one of those quilted with some eau de coat on would make a lovely placemat, I think. So there we go, that is today. Tomorrow we have got some beautiful Odile fabrics, more arrived in a box at the weekend, which is very exciting, and we're going to start to offer that by the half metre. So cut to order by the half metre. We've got some on the show that we've never had before and some back in stock. So that will be cut to order rather than your fat quarters. You might have had your fat quarters and used them and thought, actually, I wished I could have got more of just one particular one. So tomorrow it will be Odile with cut to order, but we're also going to do a beautiful, beautiful bag as well. So do not go anywhere. Let me just check that all of you are still all right. Oh, apparently the German woman was in tears all the way around and whipping the horse, so it's not a surprise it spooked. Do you know what? I have no time for people like that. No, it's true. Nobody will ever appreciate the training that you do to make you an expert gin drinker. I appreciate it. You know, the time and effort. It's dedication to this cause. No jeans in my wardrobe, says Karen. I never found a pair to go over my flared arches. Oh, your hips. Oh, fabulous. Good morning, Phillips. I think we've said hello to you. Oh, and who's just started watching? Who's that? Fiona. Hello, Fiona. Welcome to the family. And oh yeah, Karen's used the flatter spray. Could we have a mic on a stand or a shelf so Gemma can talk into it when she's in the room? Possibly. It's just that she needs to dip out, in and out, in and out, in and out. That's all right. Okay. Oh, my next challenge. Sue, what are you doing to me? Your next challenge, please try and get supplies of Soline leads, particularly the white. Can't get any for love nor money. They're not, well, our supplier doesn't have them at the moment, but as soon as they do, we'll get them in. It's as simple as that. Oh yeah, there we go. Zoe Ball was a Strictly finalist, and she's a 6-footer. Yeah, she's the same height as me, isn't she, pretty much? Did I ever know Katie Burke from the Modern Pentathlon? She used to go swimming and dancing with my daughter when they were little. To be honest, because I didn't live, most of the people trained at Bath, and I didn't live anywhere near Bath, and because I was an experiment to see if you could take anyone who'd not ever done any training and get them to the Olympics in a 4-year cycle, my training was a bit different to those who had been brought up and done it all the way through. So, you know, we did lots of filming of my coaching and everything else. Oh, there we go. The German coach of modern pentathlon banned from the Olympics. Good. That makes me feel slightly better. That's the, yeah, you're right, Elizabeth. That is the only acceptable result. You can't do that to an animal. You just can't. I don't care what they've done. You can't do it. Yeah. If I'd have been the owner of the horse, says Sue, they would have had to have dragged me off him. You just, no. It just goes to show, doesn't it? You know, very bad sports. Right, loads off to the opticians. Fabulous. Enjoy. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Good morning, Candida. Hello, lovely to have you. To be fair, the rider didn't cope with the horse very well either. Well, do you know what? This is what we always found, is that people underestimated the ride. And really, you know, if you are a good horsewoman, then you should be able to get on any horse and ride it. And also, you do get 20 minutes. And this was what first got me into natural horsemanship, was that I wanted to be able to very, very quickly get a bond with that horse before I got on it. And it worked really well. Myra, good morning. Not sure what she's voting for, but yes. All right then. Do I have a K-Facet cinnamon spot fabric? You can't find it anywhere. Kerry, I will look. And I keep needing another ruler. Yeah, Wendy, that's standard. Yeah. Yeah, you do. You only get 20 minutes, but you can get to know a horse, albeit briefly in that time. Help, had a message. Did I want the book cover pattern? Press the wrong button, but I do, but would like it. What can I do? Jane, you haven't committed to it. It's just to give us an idea of how many to order in, because obviously we have import charges and all that kind of stuff when we order in from Odile. So it's just better to get it in one go. So I will bear that in mind, that there is one extra that we need to add into that. Yeah, Bren says it's an honour to own a horse, let alone ride it. Exactly. Oh, Adele, your Dukey arrives tomorrow. Exciting times, exciting. Sue says, I just need the buttons on your top. Do you know what? I bought some extra in case I lost one in the washing machine. And that is the end of that. Thank you. So, yeah, that's... This is it, isn't it? I take pity on far too many horses. That's why I've ended up with 16 of them. But there we go. That's a whole other story. Yes. Which we might talk about more another day. There we go. Yes. All right. Have a lovely rest of the day. I'm going to go and see what had upset Captain Small. And start making tomorrow's make. Hooray! See you 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's a Lisa Chandler bag, by the way, so you're going to want to watch because it's very, very beautiful. Shall I do it in Odile fabrics? That is the question. Ooh, we've not tried Lisa in Odile, but we'll give it a go. Alrighty then, take care, stay safe, have a great day. Bye-bye.